Ahoy there, trader, and welcome back. This is the Anti-Investor podcast where trading should be simple and work. So let's talk about Happy Harry Hindsight and his trading expeditions. Now, every trader is guilty, including myself, of hindsight. It is indeed always 2020. But when it comes to trading, what's going to happen versus what has happened is a very different kettle of fish. Some so-called experts live in the world of hindsight, and there has to be clear lines drawn in the sand to avoid the traps, the pitfalls, and the quagmire that hindsight trading can pull you into. As you all know, if you've known me for any length of time, I live in the world of reality on the hard right edge of the charts, so no hindsight is involved. Anyway, let's explore hindsight trading. So welcome to the Anti-Investor podcast, where we talk about swing trading stocks, stock options and index futures, and the occasional day trade. My goal is to give you the right tools, the correct rules, the software to assist you, a community to support you, and if you will allow me, to be a mentor to show you the right way so that you get real results in the fastest and smartest possible way. So Harry Hindsight, is he happy or is he sad? Harry is a good trader, but only when he's looking backwards. Harry can spot the perfect trade every single time, 100% no lose trading. Now sadly, Harry is always a day late and a dollar short because, well, 100% of the time he's looking with the benefit of hindsight. And 99% of the time the textbooks or the courses or the YouTube gurus are only telling you half the story. And that's for half if you're lucky. Now, Guru Harry Hindsight is even worse. And let's just leave that hanging there for the moment. You can fill in the blanks in your own time. Now, it's quite literally the textbook's fault when it comes to hindsight. They only show you the perfect, after the fact, hand-selected, picture-perfect example that is quite literally the textbook example. Now, on one hand, they've got to show you that. They've got to show you what it looks like so that you can go hunting for it. But what they don't show you is how to go hunting for it with a partially completed picture on the hard right edge of the chart. And that's what is arguably the most important part. What the patterns or the setups are supposed to look like as they evolve. And this is where I think that we excel here at Anti-Investor. Every week, every day, in fact, with my insiders, I'm literally telling you what's on my radar. On my free daily newsletter, I send out what I'm trading and what I'm expecting to trade from the swing trade, the day trade, and the stocks that I'm looking at, and the index futures on, every time frame possible. Again, I trade multiple strategies. So you know what I'm doing without the benefits of hindsight. I've also documented my 6 money-making patterns so that you know what I'm looking for. I'm not making it up as I go along. I'm quite literally waiting for something very specific to unfold. For example, a recent QQQ trade, Nasdaq ETF, was a bearish trade for me. We were quite literally at the upper boundary of a consolidation. And again, when price is consolidating, one of my 6 money making patterns is to sell or go short at resistance. Again, there's a very specific pattern that I'm looking for. Again, anyone can look for these things. Again, there's nothing magical or mystical about it. It's when this condition has been met, go short, and vice versa. When price is at the boundary low or the consolidation low, then I'd be looking to go long. As I'm talking, or as I'm recording this right now, we've just broken out the boundary low of the consolidation. So that might be converted into a breakout trade because now price is beyond the boundary that price has been contained for the last several months. And again, I can convert that range reversal to a breakout trade without having to take the breakout. I'm already in and participating with quite healthy profit as it happens. So I don't need to worry about mistiming my entry as it goes from one phase of movement to another. And again, it's not the first time that we've done this. Again, I call trade after trade after trade after trade in real time. And what I'm looking at in a lot more detail for my Anti-Investor insiders who know the exact step-by-step process that I'm using. Again, it's nothing magical, it's nothing mystical. I simply follow a simple set of rules with quite literally a small number of setups, a small number of entry mechanisms that get me into one of these 6 money-making patterns on a multitude of time frames. So it's a variation of these things in a lot of different time frames, time horizons, and again, I trade them in different methods, whether it be stock options, index futures, so that I can profit when the markets are going up, down, sideways. It doesn't really matter what's going on. There should be an opportunity to profit somewhere in the markets on a daily basis, and it's all without the assistance of Guru Harry Hindsight, who, despite all the knowledge and the posturing that we see out there on the interwebs, could not find a dip if it was quite literally next to the nachos. Again, it's the wrong dip, but you get my meaning. And again, this is what I teach all my traders, again, to kind of replicate what I'm doing. Again, I'm not saying to follow exactly what I'm doing, because, again, like I'll trade all the time frames because, I've got the time and the flexibility to do that, but you might not have the means to do that. Again, what I often say to my traders is to back into the right system for you. If you've not got the time to check in at a certain time of day, for example 10 a.m. Eastern, during the day to look for a day trade setup, then there's no point in you learning the day trade system. However, you can apply the swing trade version of the strategy at the end of the day that suits your personal circumstances. And again, going the other way, if you do have the time and you don't have the time to swing trade because you've got family commitments outside of the regular workday, but you have got a 20 to 30 minute window through the day to kind of just check in, check for a trade and check out, then you can apply some of these short-term strategies. So finding the system that's right for your requirements, for your time commitments, for your schedule is a big part of it. So that's what I teach all my traders. And if you've got the flexibility to do all of them, which is what I do, then that's okay too. You can do a little bit of everything or just focus on one strategy. Again, I've got multiple versions of the same or similar strategies that can be applied for directional trading or income trading. Anyway, this is what I teach all my traders. Again, it's the reverse thinking that trading actually works just like you expect it to do is what makes it work. It's not the benefits of hindsight of who we can of where we pick the perfect setup at the perfect time that could have happened yesterday. It's looking for a series of events that or repeatable events that happen at certain times of the day, the week, the month. They're recurring, repeatable instances that allow me to profit from the markets, and this is why I've been doing this for nearly 30 years now. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more, shoot me a message. I can certainly discuss with you if it's right for you or not, as the case may be. If it's not, that's cool. Again, a big part of what trading is for me is finding your system, and if what I do is not right for you, I'll very happily point you off in the right direction. But if it is right for you, then let's talk, let's sit down and explore what might be the right methodology for you in your very unique situation. So if you've liked what you heard today, be sure to follow and listen to the very first episode where I map out those 6 money-making patterns that I mentioned, and the swing trade version of what I do, the most mechanical version of how I trade. But that's all for today. Thank you for giving me your time and your attention and making me a part of your regular routine. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you at the same time next time. And until then, toodaloo trader. Bye for now. Keep in mind that futures, options on futures, stocks and stock option trading involves a degree of risk that may not be suitable for all investors. Past performance is no guarantee of future performance. Anti-Investor provides educational information and does not provide financial advice.